Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrine's Google Hangout. I'm your host, Carl Abbott, and you have now entered into our Hangout. And today's topic is more surround Sarnetta at the debate after Red Pill called Sarnetta out for disunity. So we just tried to have a live chat. A lot of technical difficulties was taking place. So hopefully this one is better and we can get it in. So people, I tried my best to play some audio over here so we can hear about what went on. But most people seen it, and if you didn't see it, it is video audio out there on the situation. So with that said, I'm gonna close this down. Let's just deal with it. For the most part, Sarnetta caused a big melee to take place, bringing up a year-old situation and dealing with last year's situation and dealing with a unity rally and a unity picture, and the Moors not being a part of that picture because of the terminology Black Power, probably the possibility of it being used in the picture, right? So Sarnetta brought it up last night at the debate after Red Pill basically called him out on the disunity and said to Sharif Bey, Reggie, and Sarnetta that, he's going to hold them accountable for bringing the unity back together. Sarnetta still didn't want to let that go. He brought up that situation to excite down there a riot, you know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that earlier during the break period, he had Sharif Bey and the Moors standing there behind Sharif Bey, and he asked him about, the statement of Black Power, which was the controversial aspect of the conversation, the dialogue that was taking place, at least since last year. And Reggie saying that Roy Bey was the one that was sitting on Sarnetta's couch and started once again the definition of Black and how it's used by the Moorish Science Temple of America and stuff, which Sharif Bey intelligently addressed the situation. He stated that Black mean death, and out of death you have a resurrection. And so we know it was talked about with I forget which Egyptian deity. I think it's Osiris or whatever, the green. 1 minute he green, 1 minute he the Lord of the perfect Black, so on and so forth. So people, a melee pursued. No fists was thrown, no punches, no nothing. But during that time, Professor Small and Leonard Jeffries, who was there to show love to Reggie, seeing that this like one of his first debates in the public and stuff, they started putting on their coats. They was ready to get up out of there with them young bulls that was so, mad and angry and upset to the point where they wanted to, have verbal, maybe even physical altercations with each other. Most definitely the verbal altercation, started up due to Sarnetta calling the Moors out for not showing up to his picture. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that he also mad about going to Georgia and trying to, shoot some footage and stuff with Noble Jew Ali's historical whatever it is that's in Georgia, where he grew up or whatever. I'm not a historian buff on Noble Jew Ali like that. But anyway, we know that pursued also last year. So Sarnetta's still upset about a lot of this stuff because he don't get a lot of love from the Moors ever since the Alim Bey and Sarah Seti debate and the ongoing melee after that. So the chickens that came home and roost pretty much. Sarnetta loves disunity. He think it's a lot of money in disunity because Polite been able to pack the house, but seeing that Polite wasn't a part of this, Sarnetta was taking a little bit of a loss on all, angles, from all angles. Most people were saying Reggie wasn't doing good. that Sharif was doing better, that the Moors was winning, you know, that's bad for Sarnetta, right? Then, you know, he really didn't charge people online. He gave the live feed out and he was asking people for donations. So, I mean, you could watch your PayPal or whatever, and you can see the type of donations coming in or whatever. So, you know, people not sending donations and stuff. He's not really making no money. He got to pay for this. That's probably a little frustrating too. So he's taking losses and taking lumps and taking licks because of disunity. Polite can do it, make money. Sarnetta do it, don't make that much money. Polite is in Beverly Hills. Sarnetta still in Harlem at the National Black Theater, trying to get his hustle on. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is, people. The red pill, call them out. You know what I'm saying? You know what happened when you take the red pill, right? So you got to see how deep the rabbit hole gets, people. So you got to look at this. The Moorish Science Temple of America, they don't come out and speak that much. When they do speak, what's going on may be very controversial. Oh, man, I'm getting the haters calling. I guess Michael Edwards Abbasim, the pair Arab, is up and, you know, doing a thing. Go get some sleep, Michelle. Y'all that's in the know what I'm talking about. Go get some sleep, Michelle. But anyway, this is what's going on, people. So now you also have the backlash of Nas and Sharif Bey being friends. And Nasi coming out right before this debate, attacking Sarnetta and Polite in the platform about the disunity and things of that nature. Nasi proclaiming himself to, you know, be joining hands with the Moorish Science Temple or the Moors and forming an army. You've seen the Moors in the back with their camouflage on, military style, right? So, people, it's a lot of stuff in this rabbit hole. There's a lot of stuff. But see, I've been doing my best to speak on it because I know where this is headed and where it's going. You got to destroy to rebuild. And that don't mean the people that built it up the first time going to be the ones there to build it up the second time. Meaning that there's a regime change, administration change that's taking place. Sarnetta don't like it. He can't control it. He killed House of Conscious West Coast, Seattle. He couldn't control it. He killed the House of Consciousness, Atlanta. He couldn't control it. And now he can't even control what's going on in Harlem. Don King is losing his hair. And you know that's his trademark. Don King is losing his hair, people. He can't control things anymore. People want unity. They don't want the disunity. That's why people even, you know, had choice words for Nasi when bringing the disunity once again between the Comedics and the Israelites. And that don't need to be either, right? Because that's doing nothing. That's doing nothing but perpetuating what it is that Sarnetta and Polite set in motion anyway. So people, as a community, unity has to start up again. But we got to be able to have peaceful dialogue and conversation with each other. So if nothing else, if we can't do nothing but have, you know, YouTube hangout debates and conversation with each other, then that's what we need to do. So the physical contact can't be there. And then we can learn the different perspectives of each group and how we debate. We need to learn how to debate. We need to be able to say, can you explain that, sir? Could you go into greater detail, sir? This, that, and the other, and respect each other as equals in this liberation movement or in this liberation theology that we bring to the table from the many different theological perspectives that's out there. You know, that's just the study of God, right? The only people that really should have a problem with the theological arms is those atheists that's running around out there with Sarnetta and Polite and, you know, Architect claim, you know. So this is an odd predicament, I guess, for like an Ishmael Bey. You know, he's not Moorish Science Temple, but he's Moorish. He claimed to be Moorish, right? And then you got Sarnetta, which is an affiliate or family extension of the Ra squad. You know, I guess he'll be on the phone trying to talk to people and hash this out. I guess Sarnetta come out, give an apology and stuff. But people, I've been telling you and showing you that the red pill and the blue pill has been on a job. They just haven't came out and said it clearly to the people what's going on and how they see this thing. But red pill once again did his job and called Sarnetta out on his hypocrisy and his disunity, you know, the disunity that he brings to things. You know, I guess the Moors will be speaking about it. So all we got to do now is stay on the lookout for what's going on. But people, the damage already been done. This is why when people was talking to us about Harry Rosenberg, you know, feeling threatened to be at a Sarnetta Polite event, you can see now that the events can unfold in this manner. You know what I'm saying? So would this be a good cause for people to be alone? It matters. I believe so. I believe into people get a proper understanding of debate and things of that nature. Everybody claims that they're scholarly and stuff. And to people get a proper understanding of the debate and things of that nature, the debates need to be called off. I'm one that will make that claim and call right now. The debates need to be called off. I don't make no money from the debates anyway, so it's easy for me to say that, right? Only the ones that, you know, get paid from that, you know. But I say it like this. Let's put it like this. The debates on the House of Conscience stage need to be called off. Because, as I stated, with Divine supposed to be the moderator and control the crowd, you know what I'm saying? The ringleader of the circus at that point that day. Sarnetta should have been basically someone in the crowd waiting to come up and ask his question and get the hell off the mic. And then even with that, they didn't stop the red pill from going in as much as he did, which also heightened the tension because he pumped Sarnetta up. You got to know that that's what's happening, because anytime they having conversation on the back channel and Reggie and Red Pill getting heated, you know it's words talk when the camera go off. When Red Pill come over to Sarnetta house to confront Shaka Utmost, you know it's conversation and things that's going on. So when Red Pill talking and steady feeling some type of way, then it's easy to see that this was a potential problem, you know. And as I was trying to say about Nazi being out of the community for so long, when you're not in tune to what's going on in the social media world, you're a fool. Because the masses of our people is in this social media world. I don't give a damn what you say. You can try to talk noise about as many people as you want that's out here, quote unquote, from Nazi perspective, being media whores or being camera whores. They are the ones that's controlling the pace of the community, the heartbeat of the community. They are the ones reporting daily on what's going on, whether if it's me, whether if it's in the black, even Sarnetta, to whoever else get on here daily and speak about the daily operations of the nation. And when you're not in tune to what I'm saying and what in the Black or Sarnetta or anyone else out here talking about on the blog talks too, then you're a damn fool because you don't know what the fuck going on in the community. I'm not gonna cut my tongue from not speaking freely on this. You do not know what the fuck's going on in the community. This is how you make errors, because even the government know to find out what the pulse of the people is. Look for the trending topics. Look at what the people talking about. Look how they perceive what's going on and being talked about. And look at the propaganda that's being pushed by the people that's on this side of these cameras and on this side of this microphone. We're talking to the community. We're feeding the pulse of the community. That's why if you feed this unity, then what you think you're going to have in the community? You're going to have this unity. If you feed unity, that's what you're going to have. When you got mercenaries out here, Sarnetta, like Michael Edwards, that you can buy for a t-shirt, and you keep allowing him to perpetuate madness in the community, it's going to be madness in the community. See, now you would understand and comprehend this more if y'all had paid attention to Nazi Yashavel's lack of curtailing his dog, then not feeding him. Y'all day coming when y'all don't feed that mutt. He bit Nazi because he stopped feeding him. And he gonna bite you in polite when y'all stop feeding him. Just know that. That's a divine warning from Carl. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is, man. We got to clean this community up, people. I did a show here a while back. Can there be a ceasefire called between the Kemetic community and the Israelite community? Nazi come out shooting at people. A lot of people said no. It can be, people. We have to start dealing with in-house problems in our community, right? I don't need to be dealing with the Kemetic problems. The Kemetic people need to be dealing with that. I don't really need to be dealing with Hebrew Israelite problems because, you know, that I ain't inherit them problems. I'm not one to really subscribe to the terminology Hebrew Israelite. But since they're a part of the nation of Israel and they profaning the God of Israel name and stuff, then hey, you know, damn, I'm kind of in there. You know what I'm saying? So we need to take care of our own. The Moors got to get things right over there. They got to address their public issues with black and black power and all of that. They got to become on one accord. They got to come on one accord with that. They got to speak that. They got to perpetuate that in the community. The proper propaganda that they want on it, they got to do it. They can't let Sarnetta do it. They can't let Nazi do it. They can't let anyone else that's not a part of their national body politics push for them what it is that need to be known. Same in every other theological arm of the community, of the liberation movement. You know what I'm saying? No one can define my God. You know what I'm saying? As Sarnetta tried to do with Nazi and then show the division, cause the division there. Yes, it's division. Because at this point, you got Sarnetta TV Hebrew Israelites and you got Pale Arab Hebrew Israelites. Some supporting Sarnetta, some supporting the Pale Arab. For what? For what type of you know, social media fame? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, you know. And the crazier it get, let's look at it though. Women and children in the building, and the elderly, right? You had so now you had the elder like James Small and Leonard Jeffries. They looking at each other, I guess, like, James, it's time to go. Leonard, I believe you're right. Let's go. And they putting on their coats, right? Getting out of there. You know, at no time do they even feel safe of getting up and putting their hands like this and say, you youngster, stop. Right? At no time do you see them doing that. What the women look like getting in between the men's, saying, let's do that. Right? And the children, most definitely. Right? So you seen a young man that was on I'm gonna give a shout out to Baba TV with this one. That was on Baba TV right before the Harry Rosenberg and Polite debate. And he was like, he introduced a lot of his young friends to the House of Conscience platform and the different individuals over there. But he said they started seeing the niggerish activities and things that was going on. And they like, hold up, man, this ain't the spot. This ain't the place. Right? Now, he has been featured on Sarnella's a couple times. So therefore, the youth are watching and becoming more involved in these scenes and what's going on in them. And once again, they on social media and they know how to use a search engine, right? They could go to YouTube and type in Polite and pull up everything that Polite name is found in, right? Every title. They could type in Cyrus Seti, every title come up, and they watch these videos and they can follow the dialogue and things of that nature. We know that the main platform is Sarnetta TV. So if they go to Black News 102, Sarnetta Studios, or Sarnetta University, you know what I'm saying? Or they tune into this debate, look what you just fed into the hearts and the minds of the youth about this community and how it's ran by those who's running it. Who run it? First player knocked up. I mean, step up, getting knocked out. I would do the 3-6 Mafia, but I don't want to. Who run it? Who run it? You know, but the people who running it right now is not right. It's time for administration change, people. This is a political season. People are, you know, out here voting and giving their voices to who they think will be the best one to run the nation, the United Nations for the next 4 years. I think it's time for people to really cast their ballots for a new platform. You know, so I put my new platform on the ballot, Black Intelligentsia. You know, you could go over to, you know, the hopefully we ain't having technical difficulties again. But you could go over to Black Intelligentsia. It's a lot of people been hitting up the platform on Facebook. It's a closed group, but it is on Facebook. I think if you type it in, you'll find it. If you don't know how to spell it, it's BLACK, Black Intelligentsia. 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 Right? People, I've been trying to hold debates and do things like that. Like I say, even now, I'm no dummy. I think that the debate should take more place on the internet. Then that way we don't have to worry about who made some money off of the debate. All we got to do is worry about the information and the way that the information is being put out, the dialogue, the discourse, if it's righteous, unrighteous, sound or unsound, bitchified or manfied, you know what I'm saying? Manly or bitchly, you know what I'm saying? And then that way, once again, real men can stand up, talk to each other like men, intelligently, and we can grow our community. But I am down for, you know, the house wars, in-house wars. Israelites need to fight with other Israelites. Comedics need to fight with other comedics. And how can a house divided stand? So whoever can get their house in order before the next, you know what I'm saying, will be the best group of individuals, right, to step out here and bring forth the liberation that we all cry for. The liberation we all cry out for and hope for and wish for. You know, but if y'all don't want to do the in-house wars because a lot of people scared pussy to argue and fight with their brother righteously about the unrighteous things that's going on in their own theological arms or own national body politics, then once again, how the hell we gonna make it anywhere? So red pill, blue pill, I don't know what you and Sarnetta gonna do to you know, get back together, get over this hurdle. But at the same time, I appreciate Red Pill for stepping up and saying what he had to say. And even other things he done said in the community over there on Rich platform and, you know, Forbes DVD or whatever that is and different stuff. I just wish he would take more of a, you know, a more active stance against the disunity in the monopoly and the bullshit that go on 125th Street. You know what I'm saying? If you can help bring the unity about and bring the proper understanding to the community, shit, you can sell more clothing, you can do more things because people will, you know, gravitate to you more. But long as you try to stay up under that House of Conscience banner, as the brother asked the other day, he says, red pill still on, you know, the House of Consciousness. I guess he was, you know, he was feeling it. Maybe he heard some of my videos playing the dialogue that he was having on, like I said, Forbes DVD or whatever. Or maybe they heard it on another person's show, because there's a couple people been pushing that interview and that conversation over there due to the fact that that's what Red Pill was telling it all. You know what I'm saying? So I wish KTL and them brothers would start having more people on and more dialogue over there than just that fucking conscious community over there. You know, I know he said when me and him was having it out about just King Noble being a part of the conscious community, you know, which I think don't nobody really want to be a part of that damn thing now, but that's why they keep calling it so-called and stuff. But, you know, like I do for most people and most things that I believe, I stand up for it. So I thought it was unjust for them to say King Noble wasn't part of the conscious community. I mean, shit, you say Michael Webb was a part of the conscious community, and you got other people that people want to proclaim to be a part of the conscious community that's willing to call black women bitches. You even got the pair Arab, who most Hebrew Israelites welcome to the community, calling black women bitches. You know what I'm saying? So it's real in the field out here, people. That's my brother YG Priest. What's up to preach? As he said to the brother, what's his name? I gotta get it. Let me go to his Facebook. It was funny as hell when I read it. Let me see. Let's see if I can find a quote. Shakim Ahmed, Unk or something like that. I forget exactly how his name go. You know, if it ain't just Larry Joe and this and that, just plain old English name. He said shit is real on these Facebook streets. And it's real out here on this social media. It gets real, people. You know what I'm saying? Those that's behind this mic carry a lot of power these days. Carry a lot of power. We just got to regulate and realize how much power we got. And we have to take our time out to really show forth those that's in the community bringing about this disunity and bullshit. When we start doing that, then we'll grow as a people and liberation from all oppressors, black, white, Mexican, this, that, or whatever the hell have you. Your mother and your father, your sister and your brother, your cousin, your aunts, or anybody in your family, or anybody that choose to oppress you need to be addressed to the fullest. All oppressors. So That's what we got to get to, people. When you find someone in your household or your community wronging people, then they need to be addressed. I don't give a damn who they are. That's my motto. That's why I won't spare nobody. Yes, social media can spill over to the streets. Matter of fact, hopefully I'm gonna give my brother DJ Black a link to this. So Black, if you hear me, I'm finna send you a link, man. Because one thing Black can talk about is this type of stuff. You know, he got his own, perspective. I appreciate hearing this perspective. And if you do or don't, who give a damn? I'm gonna give him a link where he can come over and talk. It's my brother. So Black, go to Facebook, hit that link, man. Talk to me. I'm gonna open up the Google chat to people. I'm gonna send them the link. Black, come on over, man. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know who else out there listening. He said service slow. All right. Let me send this to the brother. He might come in. I didn't turn my Skype on because my stands, my stalkers, when I go live, they tend to call and try to interrupt the program. So, it is what it is, people. When you being effective and you reached out there and touched the hearts and the minds of people, you know what I'm saying? And they feeling it, they tend to psychologically, just go crazy, And next thing you know, they calling your number, trying to wake you up at night and do all that. And you were like, man, what's the matter with these people? But this social media stuff can spill over to the streets. I've been talking about that a minute now. You need to put your pickup, yeah. So I was listening to Nas. It was written this morning, Taken in Blood. Y'all remember that old cut?
Yeah, Get It in Blood.
Peace, what up, bro? Tell the people what you think about it, man. I know you was watching it. I think you talked to me and said, am I watching it or something? I was talking to so many people last night where they was like, hey, did you see or was you watching? So get the people your perspective, bro, because I know you was watching it and, some guy just said something on the Talk with the Titans forum and you had to tell him, hey, Israel Doctrine or Carl Albert be on it. He be talking about this stuff all the time. So
right. And I knew if you had a chance to watch it, you would break it down point by point. My thing is, what I seen was, I thought that it would be like way more intelligent than what happened on both sides. Not taking no sides on it, like I was telling another guy. He was like, y'all need to take this L or whatever. I'm like, oh, I guess he must think that I'm a Kemet guy or somebody who's opposed to the Moors. And my position is, I was trying to see if any type of, like, at any debate, if there would ever be any type of edification. Now, this time, I thought this would be the show that people would be edified on. I would not front on you, Carl. I thought this was going to be the show. This is going to be the debate that people is going to be edified on. You got two people who are well above 35 years old. They're not trying to be like some young boys, get the like how Polite say, get the hip hop community or the young guys on involved or whatever. I thought these was going to be like, they about to fill up Dr. Leonard Jeffrey's shoes and the Elder James.
Other elders.
Yeah, like they on their way to fill up their shoes as far as age wise. You know what I'm saying? Now I thought they was gonna be on it. And then, of course I never, the brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't be want to talk bad about the brother because he is a brother. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't be on some snaky ass shit, man. Like I'm gonna fall back. Divine gonna be the moderator, this, that, and the third. But every time during every break, he grabbed the microphone and he'd give a long speech about whatever. And he was like, I told y'all to bring some Kleenex and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, come on, bro. This is not the time to be kicking all that. You know what I'm saying? It don't supposed to be the time to kick all that. And the thing about it is, when you look at the debate, anybody who's watching right now, you go get a chance to and look at the debate. The main thing that happened was both were saying what the other one wouldn't say, if that make any sense to anybody. Like, one would say something about, trying to make the Moors look dirty, and the other one was trying to say something to make the Moors look liberated, And then when it got to the time of having their talking points as far as land community development or whatever it was that topic was about or whatever, it was kind of like they were saying the same thing, but really just a slight little difference in it. Some of what Reggie was saying, he couldn't get his points all the way out, but kind of some of his points was equal to what Sharif Bey's points was about. So it was like, to me, when nobody won, nobody lost, nobody was right or wrong. They were just saying things that the other one wouldn't say, So, and I'm like, for us who take the time out to read, how they say people who read the Bible, they dumb, they don't take the time to research whatever. We research a whole lot. We research everything everybody say because our book says, study and show thyself approved. So if we going to be talking to y'all or whoever, we got to know who we talking to. We got to know the type of people we dealing with, And the thing is, these folk, they just want, at the end result was, one was mad at the other one because one brought out information and the other one wouldn't bring out information, and then they just want to, it's like, okay, you guys been wanting to fight. That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're in the neighborhood, you can tell when somebody been wanting to fight. Like every time they go to the basketball court, they always got to take little slick jabs at each other. Just saying little slick shit to each other. Now y'all get in the same room, and it's like, okay, Sonetta, you be saying that fly shit behind your computer. Now you in front of these guys. Now Sharif Bey said, he had put a little blog out that said Sonetta texted him or whatever, him and Raheem L or whatever, I forget the name, and he apologized via text or what have you, but the thing is, he shouldn't have to apologize if he was a stand-up guy at that time, right in the moment. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you, like, to reconcile the differences. You know what I'm saying? I think there's Matthew 5:23. You know what I'm saying? If you could reconcile your differences right then, do it right then before somebody go to jail or somebody dead and you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it right then, man. You know what I'm saying? But they, it was crazy, man.
Right. Now, hold up. We got another issue in the chat here. This brother say, you still dealing with, DJ Black, and he was on by Sam's show. And,
I was on everybody's show.
Hold up.
Okay.
Keep calm right quick, right? So I was saying in there because I ain't know exactly who he was talking about. He said, my man. So I was like, I don't fuck with none of them fuck boys that go on by Sam show or whatever. So now I know you've been on there. Me and you cool. We done talked about the issue a little bit or whatever. So once again, you can give your perspective to the audience about how you see the situation with me and Basim and what's been your your interest in it.
Right. My thing is this right here between you and Basim, and for the person who in on the back chat or whatever. This is my thing with Carl and Basim is we dealing with talking about history most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we get beyond talking about history and you bring somebody's mom in it, like I told by Sam, I told LaRon, and I told Mikael that they Carl deserve an apology. Now, however, they have certain things over on their show that I don't want to be naive of. So it's like I tune in to their show. Now, if I can say my piece, I'll say my piece. And whoever on their show, if they disagree with what I got to say, it's cool. They can hang up on me and kick me off their show or whatever. But, you know, like I'm a stand-up guy. I'm not finna be like a turncoat or whatever and say, you know what? You know, I'm with Basim on Carl or whatever. I'm with Carl against Laurent. Nah, man, we brothers, man. We supposed to, if we gonna be powerful. And my thing is, all these guys got some good ass information, bro. You know what I'm saying? And together, it's like, put it like this. A few months ago, before all this shit blew over, these guys were the strongest guys in the community, and can't nobody dispute that. Can't nobody dispute that. It's like then nobody want to run up on them boys, especially when dealing with information. All three of these guys together, LaRon, Carl, and Mike and Mikael together, you niggas couldn't run up on that. You know what I'm saying? They was busting niggas' heads wide open with information. So it's like, damn, what the hell happened in a little time of I get off social media just blogging in, I tune in like, what the hell just happened? I just can't ran up on a shitstorm. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man, you know, and we have to figure it out. Like Carl was saying earlier today, we have to deal with shit in-house. We got to deal with stuff in-house. Now, I didn't want to say that about on this show because a lot of this stuff is a lot of these conversations be personal with me and all these guys, you know what I'm saying? But for the person on the back check that want to know what's going on, that's what's going on with me, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, the reality of it all is that, you know, as you say, reconciliation, salvation and reconciliation, as I said about Sonetta on the last show that was acting up, you know, he was still holding something from last year and he brought it up, and that's how the confusion of the melee took place. It's the same thing with all of us. Nasi, when he started talking about polite and everything because of the what happened on the Kemet on trial and stuff. People can try to get over these things, but they don't forget these things, and the community shouldn't forget these things because these are lessons that we got to learn and grow from. So my thing was salvation and reconciliation, and I'm a good, you know, advocate of reconciliation. But when I do my best to try to reconcile with people, or you know, make sure things don't get out of hand. Once they get out of hand, everybody know I'm like, fuck that nigga. I don't care if he no more. That's how I do it, cause I'm like,
and then
whatever it is that God got for him, you know, for the most part, let it be. But that's just like, you know, I had to cut off my Skype because, you know, niggas call my show and still messing with me. A lot of people still see, you know, niggas making videos and talking about me all the time. But that's the problem with the community. There's a lot of hoe ass niggas in the community that won't speak up when they see folly going on. That's what I was saying earlier. We got to start dealing with in-house stuff. Then we got to deal with national stuff on just amongst the black community or the Negro community or the coons or whatever the fuck you want to call this so-called African American community, because we don't know who the hell we are. We've been amalgamated and brought together over here, and now we have this so-called African American identity, which has its own, you know, culture. We have our own culture now, different than any damn thing that was created on the African plane before now. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's an amalgamation of stuff. So when people in the community won't stand up, like I went to Sarnetta about the pale Arab. Soon he bring Nasi on and attack them. Then now you want to talk about the pale Arab. I brought Michael Edwards to Sarnetta when he was talking about Dr. Ben and stuff. Shit, Michael Edwards and Sarnetta running with each other big time now. And that's the 1 degree of separation between Sarnetta and the pale Arab, who, as even Nasi was dressing last night in the black, what the hell you doing talking to the pale Arab? You know what I'm saying? What is he calling you for? You calling him for? You shouldn't have no dissertation with this pale Arab. But he's in the community now. Once again, you have your Sarnetta TV Hebrew Israelites, and you got your pale Arab Hebrew Israelites. They keep Hebrew Israelites on their show because Hebrew Israelites bring the most attention or gather the most attention or viewing audience most of the time. We know the pair of Arabs still not getting that big of numbers. I think Nasi, I went and checked it out. Nasi's getting like 1,000 or so. And it's been a while since he had 1,000 views and stuff, but that's what Nasi Yashavel, you know, reemerging in the community did for his channel when he could have took them numbers to In the Black like he did last night, or he could have took them somewhere else, but he chose to take them to the pair Arab. He don't have a council to sit down and talk to him about the moves he make. He basically confirmed what I said. The pair Arab paid for, you know, some ticket back from Baltimore, his travels, and did some other things. And the Mighty Hebrew, who hasn't came out publicly yet and spoke on it, him and Killer Priest and Hellraiser them over there on the Pair Arab show, made Nasi think, well, I guess this is a place I can go. I see my other brothers there. So if they had not been over there, or the Mighty Hebrew would have made a public statement, then maybe Nasi wouldn't have been so in the dark about the situation that goes on. But that's the thing that's in the community. Most people trying to hide and conceal the real shit. So when it's time to address it or make it to the streets and people see this shit is really real, then it's like, damn, the illusion has been taken away. And now we got to deal with this real stuff. So I'm going to give it back to you, bro.
Yeah, see, like you had told me maybe like 2 years ago, because I was like, man, I'm trying to be delivered from how I talk to these folk, man, because, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'll pull up on some of these cats. You like, man, just block them. Don't, you know, that's how you used to tell me, like, block them. You know what I'm saying? If you can't settle your differences like a man, just block them, bro. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't go back and forth with them. And I was like, you know what? That sound device, you know, I get riled up, like, man, I get off the computer and take it to the streets, like, for real, you know, like, dude, you don't, cause and this, that, third, and all this, fuck your Bible, and all this.
Yeah, well, I've been had the shows about why people in the conscious community talking about killing another black man, but Black Lives Matter. Where the fuck they at now when it comes down to two black groups, you know, coming together at a debate and about to have a fight? We just heard about, what's his name? Will Smith, the Saints player, road rage. I don't know if he or the other dude had it. Just got killed. Black Lives Matter. Black lives don't matter worth shit until the white man kill him. Then you can say, see, the white man our enemy and his white supremacy. But what about that Negro that just killed the other one?
Right. And then speaking of Killer Priest and having our problems in the house, I seen a video with him and the LA Israelites on the streets or whatever. They getting at him or whatever. I'm like, man, that could have really went sour real quick. You know what I'm saying? It could have went sour real quick because, you know, how we tend to go about settling our differences, the choice of words that we use with each other. Like, I don't know if anybody read the Bible like we over here, how we do it, but if y'all ever get a chance to read 1 Samuel 25 and read the story of Nabal and Abigail or whatever, you know, Nabal had some choice words for King David, you know, like, and it made David feel a certain kind of way, and David was about to ride on the man, you know what I'm saying? Straight up, David was about to ride on him, you know, about some food, about saying, hey, bro, we hungry over here, can you help us out, or whatever. Oh, he hungry, or whatever. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't the one on the run, we ain't the one to do that. Like, come on, bro, you ain't got to kick it like that. And I mean, when you read the story, and I'm just paraphrasing the story, Carl could better, you know what I'm saying, tell you about the story, but I'm just paraphrasing the story or whatever. It's like how we, the type of words, the type of things, how we handle each other, man. If we're going to be a better people, we got to, you know what I'm saying? How we speak to each other got to be straight up. Telling somebody, don't be a crybaby. I told you to bring some Kleenex and this, that, and the third. Like, these grown-ass men over there, Sonetta, you know what I'm saying? These grown-ass men will bust your head wide open, bro, and they ain't studying the polite bodyguards or shock almost and head crew or not. These grown men you talking to, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up grown men, you know. And when you
Well,
talk to a grown man like that, his, you know, we talk about women emotions and stuff like that. But when a grown man get in his feelings, he ready to do something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it take another grown man, like you say, we could have looked at Dr. Leonard Jeffries or Professor James Smalls to say, hey, young man, hold up or whatever. But they don't did their time as far as getting over the hump of 50 years old. They did their time, so it's like, you know, who else gonna step up and say, hey, bro, y'all need to cool out with that, man. We just talking about history and trying to correct our problems in the past. You know, of course, Noble Drew Ali made a mistake, or as opposed to Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, hell, even all the way back to the ancient times of Jesus, peace be upon him. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody made a mistake. We're supposed to be able to look at the mistakes we made or the disobedience or the discourse we had and say, this is where our mistake at right here. Let's correct our mistakes and be a better people. Other than that, we enslave ourselves. Ain't no white man, no Persian, no pale Arab, no Sudanese Arab. Ain't nobody enslave us but the way we kick it to each other. And that's the real. How we kick it to each other,
well,
that's how we end up.
okay.
My bad.
Let me address this brother in the chat. Okay, bro. So, I mean, pretty much Black said what he had to say about that. For as I'm concerned, I don't need no man to defend me. Um, yeah, I do think it's sad when people do hear these people try to go in on me and they know it's no just reason for it and they don't say nothing, but I can't hold it against nobody because it's my fight. And for the most part, what these people saying and doing, they just telling on themselves that they just some, you know, some bitch ass niggas. Now, anybody that tends to hold hand and, you know, defend them or do this and that, then they only show themselves to be bitch ass niggas. And I don't think Black was trying to hold his hand at any point. If I did, then he know as well as I know, and y'all should know, I would have had choice words for him. So I didn't see it, I didn't hear it because I don't really watch that brother stuff. The only thing that I didn't probably watch is the Nazi thing, so I wouldn't be ignorant of what was going on. And like I said, I was trying to put the word out that he would be stupid as a motherfucker to go over there and fuck with that pale Arab, and he was stupid as a motherfucker, you know.
Now, when and this is the thing, I got on the hangout. I didn't get a chance to say what I wanted to say because the conversation, you and I talk, Carl. The conversation switched to about the Moors. You know what I'm saying? So when that conversation switched, it switched. You know, and I was like, well, it's time for me to get off this because it's not what I wanted to talk about. The conversation switched. Now, in the talk of the Titans group, you know, you can go look at the post or whatever. I said the show was pretty cool besides the jab at Carl. You know. Now I ain't defending. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just bearing witness that you posted that. So
right. So it's like I'm a man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So if we gonna talk, if you put up a show and the show says something that's interesting or whatever, because you got a problem, like Sarnetta can put up a show because I don't agree with everything Sarnetta says or whatever. I'll watch the show. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I put it like this. I don't like the Lee Daniels or whatever, but sometimes, you know, I might tune in to the Empire show. You know, it has some cool little dialogue on the show, whatever. That, you know, how I feel about Lee Daniels and the people that's on the show had, you know, Taraji P. Henson or Terrence Howard, whatever. It don't make me stop trying to, like, watching they show or whatever because I don't like Lee Daniels because of his choice lifestyle outside of Hollywood, you know. But my thing is, you know, it's like that's who I am now. If I had a chance to talk to Lee Daniels, I'd be like, bro, you be on some other shit, you know what I'm saying? And how the type of shit you be on, you know, you need to, you know, address the black issues a little in a different light in your movies or what have you. But not like that to say, so I never do a show about this, Basim, do a show like this, he don't need to be coming over here for. I don't know like that. I don't know him like that.
The thing is, you know, it's to separate yourself from that type of person. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I tell others, like you heard the brother say. When you find yourself in a dispute with somebody, instead of going crazy, just separate yourself. You know, I tell you, I got about 2,000 people blocked on Facebook. Because if you say the wrong thing, I'm going to go in your inbox, cuss you out. I might even do it on the page, but I try to be respectful in public, you know. And if the cursing out and telling you to get the fuck on don't work, then I'm going to block you. I would love to be able to block people on YouTube, but YouTube don't, they system don't work like that, you know. So it's the same thing. You know, I listen to Nelly Fuller. Sometime when I go to sleep, I just put him on so the conversation to be in the room and stuff. And he always talking about that. When two people can't get along, so on and so, the best thing to do is never come together. If you're not trying to come together to bring about a positive change and stuff, then you know that self-destruction is around the corner, you know, and that's where you headed for self-destruction, for messing with people that don't have no positive or righteous moving or dealings to themselves. So that's what it is, you know. So far as I'm concerned, DJ Black is cool, even if he never said one word against it. I don't need nobody to speak up on my behalf, but I done seen the brother say, even with that the show was cool besides the jab at me. And even if he did choose to deal with them brothers, long as he don't say nothing against me, I ain't gonna feel no type of way about it. You know, I just felt, you know, with a mighty Hebrew and a Nazi and the different so-called leaders, because I don't see Black as a leader in the community. I see him as an individual that don't have a crowd of people that's following him and, you know, holding on to his every word. So when you're a leader, and if you could go back and check out any of my blog talk shows and stuff, I put it on there all the time about social justice. Social justice, more than anything, should be secured by the leaders of the community for the people in the community. So when the leaders in the community see unjust things going on and don't speak up about it, then they ain't no good ass leaders. They just some assholes that's trying to get money. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. At the end of the day, it's like this with me. I know people don't. Whatever hell, I go watch some of their videos. You know, hell, if they even invite me to their blog shows, I get on their blog shows or whatever and speak my part. Now, to be disrespectful to them, like, nigga, you don't like Carl, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't what the show about. When I get a chance to speak to you in your inbox or on via telephone or whatever, I probably won't say it that way, but I'm, you know, but straight up, any man can tell you, and they can inbox all them men. They'll tell you how what you know. My thing is not to defend Carl, but to defend our brotherhood. You know, so that's my position on it. You know, like right here where I am in Atlanta. You know, you see the Israelites on one side of the street, and you see the Muslim on the other side of the street, and you see the Nuwapians down the street with their barbershop and all that old stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, don't none of them really want to come together and really just be liberating or be for real. And then this is real life. This ain't social media. This is what I'm talking about. What I see. I see the Israelites on the corner with their megaphones preaching, and I see the Muslim with their Final Call magazines and pies or what have you, selling them and inviting people to their mosque. And I go past the New Wally, how they look at both of those groups out on the streets as broke ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because they got their own little business popping or what have you. You know, and my thing is in real life, you know, all of these little petty differences or whatever that cause us to be belittled, to say white man and the white man did this, that, and the third. You know, it's just, you know, really just finding the common ground. You know, finding the common ground, finding a way to be allies with each other. You know, that and back to the show. That's what this thing is on about. It's not about those platforms saying, it's about the thing that happened last night. happened last night was nobody found common ground to be squash. The Moors are, they for the most part they are peaceful bunch of guys, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I know they don't want, gangsters or what have you. So they squash with the little uproar, but and hot head in the middle of that, a person that don't have an off switch, it could have went a whole nother way, and we would have been looking at the news about, a lecture that turned wrong, a lecture that went the wrong way, because we supposed to be on a college level to say, or more of a and more extreme than how the white man hold his debates. When you look at the presidential debates and all that old stuff, they say they got, but ain't nobody got their goons up there ready to, Bernie Sanders ain't got his goons ready to, get at Hillary Clinton or.
You breaking up some now, Black.
Yeah, but Ted Cruz ain't got his goons trying to get at Donald Trump. It don't go like that. The moderator, the moderator put out specific, and when that question is asked, answered.
I mean, it's just got to be better debate forms. I'm stepping in because you breaking up and I can't hear you. I don't know if other people hear it. So to the people that's chatting, can y'all hear them? You might want to, relocate yourself. But it boils down to this. Yeah, we got to have better way to debate. We need people to read the rules of the debate. We need people to have a copy of the debate, a copy of the the minutes and different stuff. I mean, we ain't got to do the Robert rules, but we need to come up with our own personal rules for our own personal platforms and things of that nature. Every platform don't have to work the same, but it needs to be known what to expect. I give Sinetta a thumbs up for trying to have Divine there, but as the brother saying, he kept, inserting himself in the debate. This goes back to what Zion Lex said. You can't be the judge and the prosecutor. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't insert yourself in that. You got to be more professional. And that's all people been stating forever, that these people are not professional, but yet they making money off of it. If that's the case, sit your ass down, go to school and learn what it is you need to do to be able to do it in a more professional manner. You know what I'm saying? Take some of that money and send somebody to school to learn about, engineering a debate in the sense of plugging the audio in, plugging the video, getting the camera, doing everything that needs to be done, and also send somebody down so they can learn how to run a debate. Divine don't like to really debate. He like to show his scholarship and stuff. Shit, he's intelligent, brother. Send his ass to school so he can be a moderator, and he could take over Sue Tech job. You know what I'm saying? And be the moderator of all these debates and stuff. And even with that, he will have to be a forceful moderator to tell Sinetta, go sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then, I mean, what's obvious though is you could really tell that nobody on a debate team in high school or college though, because it's real obvious. It's like how those debates are handled. Is like nobody was on a debate team in high school or college. If some of them even went to college, I know a lot of them didn't go to college or whatever. They just decided to, dig into the books, later on in their adult life or whatever. I put up a post on Facebook the other day. My niece go to Georgia Southern. I'm not gonna put her name out there broadly. If you're on my Facebook list, you could go to my page and you'll see what I'm saying. I said I'm no scholar, but she is. According to the universities, she have a 4.2 grade point average. She got the Bill Gates scholarship and all that. So according to America and how her brain works, is like, oh, this person right here is either going to be a help to us, this person is going to be a threat to us. Now I don't put the way we kick it in this community, how we talk to each other on these blog talks and on these hangouts, I don't instill this in her. And a lot of folk can be like, why not? Or whatever. Because I don't want my niece to be a part of our fight as men. You know what I'm saying? Now, however, whoever Dr. Mayat brothers are, uncles are, cousins are, maybe they don't look at it how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want my niece to be a part of that. Now, as far as her scholarship is concerned, as a woman, you know, it's like, that's a good thing to have for us as a community. Like Carl said, somebody got to go. You got to send somebody to school for this stuff. You know, if you want somebody to be a part, if we want people to be a part of us that's on that level of being able to communicate sound and justly, you know, then a lot of times people have to really go to, and ain't nothing wrong with school, because some people probably looking at school like, man, that's the white man system or whatever. Man, school is good. School is good because now you got somebody who know how to work the camera, who know how to work the audio, who know how to moderate, and who knows how to debate. What we have is, you know, a whole lot of time nigga shit go on, you know, and nigga shit can go on. And I ain't talking about nigga as in you speaking against the black man. No, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? No, not that. You know what I'm saying? Not that part. I ain't talking about use the word nigga. None of that part. I'm talking about when we had
all that stuff
that
don't
gap.
matter, man. It's just respect, man. When, like you said, once you start disrespecting another man, unlike a woman, she probably would smack you and you probably knock her out or
Right.
whatever, pick her up, throw her on the head or something. You know, the brothers that do that stuff. You know, when you're dealing with another man, you know, even if he's a homosexual man, a man is a man. He's not just weak and someone you're gonna run. So the best thing to do is to avoid that at all costs, unless you think you can win the fight. When you think you can win the fight, then you go all out and you fight and may the best man win. So it is what it is, man. I just thought it was a good conversation to bring up. I see people in the chat. I see people logging in and listening. I actually went over and looked on my page and I see that the other one's like up to 87. So people do want to hear about it. I know a lot of people gonna watch and be like, what the hell happened to it? So I'm gonna put part 2 up to this. Damn, it's like 93. So people want to watch, people want to talk and participate in this. I thought more people would end up in the chat or hit me up for a link. I would have. Well, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna open up the phone line just in case people want to talk. I done ate my breakfast, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. So I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I know, you know, the crazy folks gonna start calling in. But for anybody that's, you know, sensible and reasonable that want to call in, the phone number is 312-985-7856. You know, the other people call in, you'll hear the ringing and I'll be hanging up on them. You know, I know it's a 559 and a 661, you know, but there could be anybody that got a Google Hangout phone or got a Skype or something that can randomize their number to do business. But, you know, we'll get rid of them. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? That only shows that I'm effective out here, and there's some people out here really hating and they want to try to do their best to destroy my show or attack my channels. So go ahead.
I want to say this to one of your audience members, because right now I'm not on online to be able to look at the back chat or whatever, and I want to say this, my brother or my sister, whoever said it, if I offended you by any way on just being on everybody's show, then I apologize to you. If I offended you, by being on these shows. Now, in no way have I ever been on anybody's show and put nobody dick in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did no wrong to nobody, bro. Like I'm really trying to have a better life for myself and a better understanding, and link up with people who have, who's on the same wavelength as that I'm on, or whatever, So as I'm coming, and I say this on Carl's show to you, you know, so hopefully the type of spirit I have can spill over to you. You know, I'm not ever going to have contention with my brother Carl. I only, you know, it's been plenty of times I've been to show you like, hold up, man, hold up, black, you know, and this, that, and the third, you know, and I don't feel no kind of way. And some people may feel a certain kind of way. I'm gonna come back to his shows, even if he don't want to put me on his shows. I'm still listen to his shows. I enjoy a lot of his shows. Now, when those shows be, you know, personal shows, personal gripes or whatever that he and the other guys have, then those shows I don't really listen to the whole shows. And when they do those same shows, those I don't listen to their shows, you know, vice versa. But the thing is, you know, when they have some real good points, and I think that my voice should be heard as far as putting my 2 cents in, if my 2 cents ever matter to anybody, then, you know, I put my 2 cents in. If they don't want me to speak on this show and they be like, you be over there talking to Carl, you can't be on this show, you know, then that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? Then I say, okay, because I speak to Carl, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, like, it's like this. Somebody up the street, potting, whatever you do, but my thing is, I don't think that these people are in no shape, form, or fashion trying to ride on Carl in a sense of trying to take my continue to. I don't think me that stuff. So it's like, dude, it's like at the end of the day, the differences is, you know what I'm saying, nigga, you rock with this nigga, and if you rock with this nigga gonna be over your house. You already know me and this nigga gonna have some beef. You know what I'm saying? It's already obvious that we're gonna have some beef, you know. So, and with that being said, you know, I won't come to your house. But the thing is, okay, Carl ain't coming to y'all house, bro. You know, and I know why Carl ain't coming to y'all house. Now I'm at y'all house. You know, to me, I go to Carl's house and kick it with him at his house. Then guess what? I won't come to your house no more. But however, they hadn't come at me on no ill shit. You know, this man got, right now, he got 100 listeners. And I'm pretty sure out of his 100 people that's viewing in right now, they probably like me. They view everybody's shows as well. And Carl just happened to be one of the great shows that's out right now for people to listen to. Some people can beg to differ that. You know, I like Sarnetta. I like, you know, like In the Black Better Whoop to do. You know what I'm saying? That's your choice. I like to listen to all of them, especially because I get online and I go through when I don't have any work to do. I go through and see who got some good talking points. What's the topic? And that's the shows that I link on to. But if I offended you again, my brother, my sister, whoever made the comment that I'm over here with Carl and I be over on the Hebrews in the Hood show or whatever, then I apologize if I offended you in any way by, you know, who I am. But, you know, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't stop being me, though, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. Like I said, you know, and everybody should know, if I felt like you offended me or whoever you are, if you offended me and you doing something that I think ill of, then it's like, fuck you too.
Right.
I know people be like, what? But yeah, you know, that's why a lot of that stuff did, you know, like I said, Sarnetta Aries, you know, and most people know, and I don't really go off that stuff, but I guess some of it is a little true. You know, most people act according to the season that they born in or whatever. So, you know.
Yeah, Aries, and you know, according to, you know, the Babylonians had it pegged out. That's why a lot of people go off these horoscopes right now, because of the Babylonians. They had a lot of that stuff pegged out as far as watching the stars and the moon. You know what I'm saying? They knew how to pinpoint how people was gonna act. You know, and the Babylonian people played off of that.
I'm not really into that, but you know,
right,
have some truth to it, but I'm not trying to subscribe to it. But I'm just saying, if you say, well, Aries act a certain way and you see me acting that way, then hey, shit, you should understand. Don't do that because I will act that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
right, right. And he
you know,
and he say he'll do it on fire. He say I'm a fire sign, so you know I get heated, and when I get heated and this, that, and the third, I'm like, well,
well, I mean,
most people.
yeah, he
I say it again.
subscribed to this. I just think my mother and father and their attitudes, and then one day one of them Aries, you know, fell over to me. You know, watching them, my father was just Mr. Leave that alone. Don't even talk about it, and there won't be no problem. And when he got crazy, you know, the shit, the nigga was crazy. I never had a whooping in my life. I said something, he smacked the shit out of me one day, and I'm like, what the fuck wrong with this man? He just smacked me. But I understand why he smacked me, but you know, it's either all the way dead with him and he finna turn up. You know, that's just the way he was. My mother, she was a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because she was raised by her parents, and the mentality and stuff that they put in her, she put in me. So it was, you know, I'm just keep it real, no nonsense. Sometimes I'm like my daddy, I just shut up and be quiet, let stuff go on. At other times, I'm ready to get the gun and just try to kill. You know what I'm saying? Be like, fuck everybody. Everybody can die today. Me too. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Maybe it's the Aries, maybe it's how I was raised, maybe it's the Scarface and Tupac, whatever the fuck it is. It's a combination of, you know, what I choose to, you know, use as my guidelines in life, how to live and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just being truthful and honest. You know, and I know, and everybody else know. If I felt you wrong me, then shit, I wouldn't have sent you no link. I'd have been like, fuck Black, you been blocked, and I never would have talked to you again. You know what I'm saying? So that's not the issue. But I'm gonna say this: we need to learn from it, because I didn't watch Basim's show, and I don't know what the man did or didn't do. And somebody trying to tell me what he did or didn't do, you know what I'm saying? Kind of, it's like trying to bring a wedge in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you seen him in a certain type of way, that's cool. But, you know, until somebody, you know.
That's why I say that's why I use the term. That's why I say I apologize to them if I offended them. Now anybody could tell you they can Google Basim, you know what I'm saying, and talk with him. They could Google Laurent or Mikael, and they'll know that, you know what I'm saying, the type of person I am. I'm not finna bring your name up in a conversation that has nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna dish them for, you know, for.
But you said it perfectly early. I don't expect none of my friends to stop being friends with people that they friends with. My whole thing is just speak the truth when the truth need to be spoken about. How I'm they acting, like, you know. See, I got plenty of friends that don't like each other, and I be like, well, that's between y'all. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all keep me out of it, I'm cool.
Right.
But if y'all
that's the only thing I'm saying. That's and my thing is, you know, like Red Pill and Sonetta and Reggie to be cool with each other because they did a lot of shows or they hang around each other a lot and they on the same block selling their product. I just impresses that it really got and get squashed. Be some real bad blood out there, and I ain't gonna say a clown ass community, but we already have a community that is laughed upon because of how we act, and I'm including, and I say because of how we act and how people look at us to say, you know, I don't want to be around them, you know, I rather kill my host, you know, I don't want to be around them. That
your phone breaking up again too, man.
Yeah, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. But nah, man, it's all good. I mean, we through with that. Like I said, you know, one gonna bring no division there with that conversation. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is, you know.
The show last night to me, because I learned how to listen to people. So I heard his points out. I still heard some of his points think that he still should do a show on Sinetta on getting hits, on really doing playing debate form good. How can I say it? Time to
Hold up, let's watch this person act a fool. Let's hold up. Listen. Now you gotta think that's a grown ass person. Call it in, punching phone numbers.
Yeah, grown as hell.
Some grown ass insane.
That's somebody, little baby be getting their phone, man. Speed
Yeah, they got your speed down, huh?
The little baby just get the phone and just start hitting buttons, man. You know, man. That's wild. See, even that person right there. Hopefully, you know what I said. Hopefully, that's a little baby doing that. It's like, dude, that's what we're talking about right now. These are we need to get in order. And having a problem with show, but if you have a problem or you have 2 cents to put in on what this show is about, then speak your mind on the 2 cents. I'm gonna tell y'all the main reason why I come over here to Israel Doctrine show with. I think this is the MCEO show.
Yeah, channel.
Yeah, the channel. I mean, but the reason why I come to the because Carl don't care who come on his show as far as, you know, what walk of life that you don't let you speak your piece. If you have a problem,
you breaking up.
Yeah, if you have a problem with a person speaking a piece, then he give you the number to call in to speak to the people. He give you the send out the YouTube link so you can watch or be in the back chat to speak to those people who's online. And I can guarantee
you breaking up again. You breaking up again. Nah, I see the clown calling back, so I'm gonna cut the Skype off again.
Oh damn!
I gave him a day, but go ahead.
Yeah, but you have people who represent the Masons. You have people who represent the Moors. You have people who represent Israelite. Now, I don't know if you had anybody on who represent Islam, but you have people. My brother Sci-Fi who represent the preterists. You know what I'm saying? So you have all different kind of people on the Israel Doctrine show. You know, hell, even before everybody jumped on the bandwagon, hell, Harold Rosenberg was on the show. You know what I'm saying? So you got all kind of people, and let's take it back to last year. You had Carl Debate. He did a show where he was on a talk show, speaking to some white people on that show. So it's like many reasons why I continue to come to this show. For those who don't know, it's like you just got to. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not telling y'all to be like me, but you got to get online. And if you want to be up on the information, you have to come to Israel Doctrine's channel. You have to come to Sinetta's channel. You have to go to In the Black channel. You have to go to these places or whatever so you can be in the know. Other than that, you're going to be like, you know, Nasi, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to be like Nasi coming out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, looking crazy because you're talking about one thing, you know what I'm saying, that people don't got. We already know that about the polite stuff and living in Hollywood and why we already know this kind of stuff. I'm thinking he finna come with some new stuff. You know,
said I see the new Harry Rosenberg talk about pineal gland. When people did that, we already learned that. We dealt with that one.
Yeah, we dealt with that. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, come with some new stuff. It ain't like nobody said, man, fuck Nazi. We don't want to hear what Nazi say. No, we gonna tune in to see what Nazi got to say. And it's like, man, he talking about the same stuff that was 2 years ago. You know, like, dude, I thought you finna come with something new. Like, I've been watching young Pharaoh. Pharaoh called out brother Unc, and now he calling out polite, and I want to speak to this brother issues or whatever. No, that didn't. That didn't come out. And I know a lot of cats Pharaoh's age who probably listening to your show right now probably look up to a person like yourself, Carl, or look up to Nasi, or even look up to Shaka Atmos or Zion Lex or whatever, and say, I want these brothers to put me up on something that I'm not up on, But to say that you come and you talk about, things that's already been dealt with, it's like, nah, not this show, and it's like those things, those things are the things that have that has disunity, to say in an extent, because it's like them Hebrews on some old shit, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why they're gonna put all us in the bag, because we all subscribe to the Bible. So no matter if it's Nasi, me, Carl, whoever, or whatever, if we come with some information that's old to these people, then they not gonna be on top of it. Well, they're not gonna pay attention to what we got to say. And that goes for the Moors, that goes for the Muslim, that goes for the Kemet folk. I was reading something, man, about I was reading this blog, man, about the guy asked a question. He said before 1970s, people who subscribed to Kemet wasn't subscribing to Kemet, they were subscribing to Tamaray, and that's what Dr. Ben, that was his speech was about, when he went around and he did lectures and he pushed up on folk college campuses or whatever, and he did his thing. He was saying Tamaray, and it wasn't until later on in the late 90s and 2000s when people started really just going to this word Kemet, and the thing about it, if we're going to speak to each other about whatever, we have to be honest with each other. And like Carl was saying earlier, everybody has to deal with everybody. Like Kemet folk got to deal with Kemet folk as far as West honest and dishonest, West obedient, disobedient. Same thing applies with the Hebrew Israelite, Christians, Muslim, Moors. Everybody got to deal with it. And then this is how we find the power and gain our strength back. But like a lot of folk don't subscribe to the Bible, and as my man Carl say, the Bible is the best tool for our liberation. Everybody else can say anything else, how we're gonna be liberated or whatever, but we know how this term came about, as far as a talking point. Now, of course, I can say I seen a show, one of those old Khalid Muhammad shows where Khalid Muhammad said, we could use the Bible to liberate ourselves. So I may be paraphrasing or something like that, but he didn't make it a talking point issue to push. A couple of years ago, maybe 2013, 2014, Israel Doctrine was pushing this as the issue, something that, how this is what we use to liberate ourselves. Now, this became a talking point. Now, everybody is, and I find it to be a great talking point. The only thing is how people, without using the Bible or adding the Bible into it or whatever, people find ways to, like the show say, disunify or whatever. It's like, no, we ain't gonna use the Moors way, and we ain't gonna use Brother Reggie's way, and well, how about using the way that Israel Doctrine said? No, we ain't gonna use that one, because then we'll give ISUPK power, and then we'll give the other ones power or whatever if we use what Carl say,
More than anything, they'll give me power, and don't nobody, as like I'm telling the brother now, he said, why didn't no Hebrews basically step up in my defense towards Basim and stuff? And like I was telling them, it's like anything, and that's the way the political system work and everything too. That, if somebody just kill me tomorrow, nobody would really care. If some conscious community stuff really went out, nobody will really care because, I be at people and I be doing different things and saying stuff to people. So they'll be like, fuck it, he should have been killed. I would have killed his ass if he didn't kill him. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so,
right.
I mean, a lot of Hebrew Israelites, they just got hate for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect them to do shit for me. I don't expect them to
Right.
come to my show. I don't expect them to speak up in my defense. I don't expect them to do shit for me. Like I said, I see, and it's just honest God truth. I see a good majority of them is just bitch ass niggas that couldn't really cut it in the streets, this, that, and the other. So they formed another gang called Hebrew Israelites, and they hide behind the Bible. So, I mean, that's the politics of it. And so
Right.
I say and do stuff and put stuff out there, and they need to address it, which they not going to address it. They're going to say, well, let's talk about Kemet, or let's talk about Polite, or let's talk about Sarnetta, and saying, let's sit down and deal with some of this stuff right here that we got issues with, so we can make the house of Israel stronger. Don't nobody want to do that, because it's like, if that's the case, then I won't be the man no more. Kyle ain't going to make a name out of me. That's what Tazariak said. I ain't trying to let the stage and get the mic, because if he get the stage and the mic, then I become irrelevant, because he's the man. I'm not going to tell y'all he's the man. I'm going to say keep his ass off stage so he can't be seen as the man.
Right. This unity. Right. And here's my thing. Like you said earlier, Carl, in the conscious community, I'm not a leader. I don't have a voice like yours, Carl. You know what I'm saying? Or Sinetta's, or hell, even Young Pharaoh. I don't have a voice like that. You know what I mean? So if I speak against it or whatever, it's gonna be like, man, fuck black. You know what I'm saying? What the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's what most cats are gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? I catch him on a hangout with Maru or anybody, and you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it in or whatever. You know. That's how I'm probably looked at. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, you know, it's like to the people that I feel like that's involved in the contention. Then it's like as a brother, I'm like, shit, man. Let me reach out to my brothers, man, because you know, regardless of how, you know what I'm saying, how they kick it up on 125 or whatever, and had their differences or whatever, I'm gonna reach out to my brothers and I'm gonna try to get it right.
Right.
You know, and if I can get it right, and I told you, I was like, with my loving everybody ass, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and this is what I say, you know, like I couldn't get my words in what I wanted to say, but you know, maybe God didn't want me to get those to say what I wanted to say on these people's show. That's why the conversation switched, and that's why I had to get off the line and this, that, and the third. I really follow what God have to say. You know what I'm saying? And I really look at it that way. This is what God have to say, because if he wanted anything to be done a certain way, it'll be done a certain way as written. Ain't no way around it. A lot of people don't look at the Bible, look at God, how we look at God, or the Most High, or Yahweh, or you know, they don't look at it that way to say God is in control, man. God is in control, and I'm glad that, you know, Sharif Bey, you know, most of the Muslims, they say Allah or whatever. Allah, you know, stopped the fight. Allah, you know what I'm saying, made the debate go the way it went, you know, as far as him being able to bring out all his information or whatever. And I really believe that God is in control of all of it. The thing is, you know, I don't think these people, you know what I'm saying, they don't like to hear a Christian or a Muslim or Israelite, you know, anybody that's under Abrahamic faith, you know, like to say that God is in control. They want to be able to be able to be lawless, you know, and
the thing is, you know, it's like this again. Like, go back to your point where you say, you know, I won't say you're a nobody, because shit, I won't put you on my show if you was a nobody. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You know, you somebody in the community that's trying to learn and trying to find out things. I don't know how long you've been dealing with from the perspective you've been dealing with it and different things, and how long you've been following this stuff. But just like anybody, man, I give anybody a chance to come over here and talk and do their thing, and they could be a nobody. It don't even matter. But I don't hold you to the same standard I hold someone else. You know what I'm saying? They call themselves being a leader of somebody that got least 20 followers.
Mm-hmm.
They come out here doing stuff, and they didn't gather 20 people that listen and pay attention to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
if you got a little following and you consider yourself to be somebody in the community, somebody that's looking to be a potential leader or spokesman for the community, then damn it, your voice is the one that I figured should be heard more than anybody's. So
Right.
when I say Mighty Hebrew and shut his damn mouth and ain't said shit, and how much weight he carry in the community with them Hebrew Israelites, to even a brother Nasi, where he feel like, oh shit, I can go over there. I mean, Killer Priest be over there. Shit, Hellraiser be over there. Mighty Hebrew be over there. A Million even went over there. I guess it's a good platform. Why shouldn't I go over there?
Right.
Well, he's under that impression because this nigga never said shit. This nigga never addressed it, good or bad. He's unknowing of what's going on. And if DJ Black do something, he still would have been unknowing, because I know he ain't listening to DJ Black. But I know if Mighty Hebrew say something, the community gonna hear it. They gonna talk about it. Just like Sarnetta that kept his damn mouth shut and Tanasi ended up over there. Even with that, as you say, God was in control. Because I'm like, while I was trying to speak out about the Pale Arab by Sim, nobody wanted to hear it. Some people that tuned in, they paid attention. But for the most part, until Sarnetta spoke on Sarnetta TV, Black News, whichever one, now everybody like, well, who the fuck is the Pale Arab? And what's going on?
Right.
Because the conversation that I was trying to push and the agenda that I was trying to push, because somebody of prominence with a name spoken now.
Right. And that's all the way. And see, this is what I'm saying. Like, our personal conversations with each other, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I tuned in to Brother's show last night, you know what I'm saying? And
Hold up. You said that. Was this last night's show?
Nah.
What are you talking about? Or the
I'm
person
talking I'm talking about way before. I'm talking about weeks before, weeks ago,
Okay.
And then I came back to your show, but nobody never got in the back checks and be like, you know what I'm saying? Black was over on the Hebrews in the Hood show. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with Black Hebrews on the Hebrew. I'm like, this man, like this man, our personal conversation, you already addressed it, you know what I'm saying, earlier, but it's like, this man already know our personal conversations about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like you say, until Sarnetta say something about it, now it's like, oh, who is this and who is that? Like, oh, so now you got to wait on Sarnetta, you know what I'm saying, to say something. Sarnetta don't care nothing about it. I mean, I ain't going to say he don't, because I'll be lying. I'll be bad and false witness if I say he don't care nothing about you or me. But, it's like, until you go at Sarnetta's throat, that's when he going to say something. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, he ain't, he going to act like he don't see it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't seen that, he ain't heard that. But when you go at his throat, when you on somebody else's show or whatever, that's when he gonna feel like, it's time to say something.
Yeah, and that's all. I mean, it's all good. It's a beautiful day, man. We gotta learn, and that's the thing. That's why you can hear this brother on here talking, and you know what I'm saying. It's all good. It's all good. We gotta learn, and I know you that took a lesson from it. You could also see what people would be like. Well, you two-faced it or this, that, and it's cause people out here watching. Well, you was a nobody. You've been seen on my Sim show. You've been seen on my show. You've been heard more on my show. So eventually people gonna say, that's DJ Black. And you go open up your own YouTube and have your own shows and have whoever the fuck you want over there.
Well, I told you I don't do shows. The only reason I come, you invite me to your show, and I really appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying? On everybody else's show, I might be able to say, some every now and again, you know what I'm saying? But just like, not really. And then like, I really just be on the show listening in, because after a while, this unity gonna happen. Like, these dudes on everybody's show, and anybody can. And if you think I'm wrong, go to anybody hang out tonight. Everybody who listen, and just sit and listen and wait for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I guarantee you the insults and the hate and all that stuff is gonna crank up out of nowhere. And that, I don't give a damn if you on You on an all Hebrew show, you on an all Kemet show, you on a Hebrew, Kemet, Muslim show, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna break out. And that's why I just hold my peace when I be on there. It's like listening in now. If I can get on one and it's like it's some good talking points or whatever, and everybody get a chance to say their piece, I say my piece. Other than that, you know, a lot of these cats feel cool with me, so they inbox me the link to the hangouts or whatever, you know. Now they know how I feel, you know what I'm saying, as far as how I feel about the Bible or whatever, you know. So sometimes they invite me on their shows to, you know, to joke about the Bible, and then I'm like, man, I gotta go because I don't feel like joking about the Bible today, you know. But other than that, you know, it's like nobody really just got at me on how they get at Polite or how they get at Carl or how they get at Tazariak and all that stuff. So it's like, you know, I just, you know what I'm saying, I keep my position as far as who I am. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as, you know, like when it get to the point of niggas want to kill each other, then I'm going to say my piece as far as, man, y'all don't need to get into all that old shit. And if it go beyond that, then that's when it's time for me to back out. You know what I'm saying? Or to lead the whole conversation altogether. I ain't got in real life, a nigga done got in trouble with the cops, with the judges, with facing jail time and all that stuff. So when it get to that point, it's like, nah, bro. When you know, nobody don't want to be going back and forth with all that, with no fucking court cases and all that old shit. You know what I'm saying? With like being so disunified to where you want to hurt somebody. That's like, you know, that's going beyond. That's going beyond. You know, that's beyond the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got so much hate for Red Pill to where I want to go to New York and hurt that man cause he don't like Israelites. Or I got so much hate for Gorilla Hebrew. I'm gonna go out to California because I'm a Kemet dude and I don't fuck with Israelites or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, not it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious where we got to hurt each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's serious enough to where we can find some common ground to say, okay, this is where the disunity is. Now, as far as that show last night, to say, let's look at Reggie's points and let's look at Noble Drew Ali's points and see what a common ground is and see if we can unify right there. And if we can unify right there, then, you know, let's bring this to the platform and let's make this the talking point of the areas we lacking in, you know, to say that we can't have our own community, our own, you know, shit like the Israelites got over in Demona. You know, well, we can't have a certain type of Demona here in America, you know. But
yeah, I mean, it's a lot to deal with, and it's a lot to talk about, man. You know, like I said, it's 1 o'clock. I'm finna go get me something else to eat. You know what I'm saying? Breakfast is gone. Time to get something else to eat. Y'all know I love to eat if you watch any shows. I get my 3 a day. No problem. 3 meals a day. But
about to go holler at this mechanic.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna start doing shows more regularly at 6 o'clock. I'm finna start working again, hopefully here soon before the end of the week. So you know, look for me at the 6 o'clock hour. Subscribe to the show. As the brother said, and most of y'all know, anybody welcome to come over, you know, long as they respectful and reasonable. If you disrespectful or unreasonable, I really ain't got time to deal with you because that's gonna turn into the, you know, nigga, I kill you shit. So, you know, outside of that, you welcome to come over and let me turn my mic, I'm gonna turn the camera on. You're welcome to come over, conversate and stuff. To the brothers in the chat and different people, you know, hit me up. Go to the YouTube channel, Israel Doctrine, or either this one, and you know, hit about. Go to the message, hit me with a message. I get it in my Google Hangout, so on and so forth. Everything good. Like I said, I called for dialogue a long time ago. You know, I called for a lot of stuff. You know, I called for the African people war against Sinetta and his propaganda. You know what I'm saying? That's before this shit broke out last night. Because, you know, I'm the type, I'm on some of that Benny Siegel. I feel it in the air. My spider senses is tingling. I feel the bullshit coming on. And it's due to the fact, once again, the leaders, not the common people. Because you figure they don't know shit. That's why they got people out here trying to teach them and lead them. But the leaders, the people are led by them. And if they blind, or if they choose to be deaf, dumb, and blind to the real issues, then where the fuck you think the people gonna end up at? In the ditch, following the blind leader.
Back
the
in
one that chooses to close his eyes and his ears and shit to the problems that's going on in the community. So with that said, that's what my finger pointing go at. You nigga, you say you leading people. You say you know. You say you read. You say you done did the research. Yet your ass ain't, your hands bloody, nigga. When you gonna wash your hands? You got the people blood on your hands.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That's why I do. Nigga, you got the people blood on your hands. You basically might as well got a knife and went cut the nigga throat your goddamn self. You might as well got the gun and went pulled it and killed the nigga your goddamn self. Because you had the opportunity to stop the shit and you didn't. And that's the measurement we gotta keep the leadership to. I don't give a fuck if they civil leaders or religious leaders or whatever the fuck. Niggas with a platform and got other people sitting on the platform. Then you responsible for those people you put on a platform that call themselves leaders. Common people, I don't hold them to that standard. Now, after a year or two, this, that, and the other, and they should know better, learn better, and they sit amongst the bullshit and everything, then you can start holding them accountable because now they done became elders or more mature in the movement. Now they responsible for some things. But until then, shit, you better hold this leadership responsible. So with that said, we pretty much finna end the show. I'm finna go give me something to eat. Shit, probably bring my ass back home, go to sleep. I got the liberty to do that and wake up about 6 or 7 and shit, get it in again. But until then, I'm finna go see if Sarnetta then came on today and what the fuck he talking about. I don't hate Sarnetta. I listen to Sarnetta because Sarnetta give me shit to talk about. I listen to other people because they give me shit to talk about. I don't go listen to them people that I don't have no respect for. So y'all keep, when you get the opportunity, let me know what's going on the other channels that I don't really listen to deal with. And, keep the dialogue rolling. The community need it, but they need real shit. People that's dealing with this thing in the proper spirit and truth. Because if you ain't dealing with truth and honesty, you're dealing with lies and deception. And I don't like that, whoever you are. So with that said, peace, y'all. You gonna say peace?
Peace, man. I appreciate you for allowing me on again, brother. It's always a pleasure.
All right, no problem, man. You're welcome. Until you do something and I go crazy and we fall out. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, like you already know, I'm a grown man. If I ever, come wrong or whatever, I apologize before you. You know what I'm saying? Even if I feel like I wasn't wrong, hey man, my bad, because I see we had some. I know how to, reconcile my differences. And hopefully, like I say, if anybody heard anything I had to say, if you had an ear to hear, you know what I'm saying, learn, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to, to settle your differences, man, without falling all the way out with somebody, man. And peace again, bro.
Yeah, well, my motto, if I didn't mean to offend you, then I apologize. But if I mean it, I'm going to let you know and tell you got to hold that one. You got to keep that one. That was meant for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I didn't, I'll tell you I'm sorry. If you tell me I did something wrong and I ain't mean it, you'll know my sincerity. I didn't mean it. Well, if I meant it, you gonna hear me say, fuck you, nigga. You gotta hold that. That's for you. That's a special delivery. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
We put a barcode on it. We know when I delivered it, how I delivered it, and how you took it. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
With that said, we out.
Peace.